YouTube, hello, welcome to the Tavern. My name is Drail, I am your Tavern Master. Welcome on in, pull up a chair, grab a drink, and let's enjoy today's episode of Genshin Impact, Episode 50, Friends, Food, and Oceanids. For context, this episode was recorded February 28th, 2024, and in it we finish the Receiver of Friends From Afar cooking event for our friends in at Wangshu Inn that we started last time in the last episode of Genshin. And after which, we then go and do the Anne of Narzissenkreuz quest, which I don't remember if I started offline or in a previous episode, but we finished that Fontaine world quest series in this episode. It's the latter half. But yeah, fun stuff today. Pretty simple overall. I hope you all enjoy it. If you do enjoy, like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell so you're notified when new episodes come out. And if you want to catch my streams live, you could follow me on Twitch through the link down below in the description. Beyond that, I hope you all have a good time, and I'll see you all at the end. See you later. Yo, folks, how you doing today? Is I Drail, your Tavern Master. Hope you all are doing well. Anyway, just need to post something really quick. Okay.
There'll be an extra.
Hope you all are doing well today.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
Alright. That's done. That is unless some truly picky customers come calling. That's funny. Before I do that, let's switch to main group. Alright. Yo, man, what's up? Hey, Zhen Yao.
Morning. The boss tells me that both new and returning customers have nothing but good things to say about you. I have to admit, I was a little worried about throwing you right into the deep end. But it looks like you've got what it takes to handle the day-to-day here.
Yeah.
So it should be plain sailing. Well, just as long as we don't run into any extremely picky customers with unreasonably specific requests.
Oh, have you had someone like that before?
Of course. The worst are those old scholars who have barely cooked a day in their life, but think reading a stack of books on the topic makes them the expert.
Oh,
They
no.
criticize you for no reason, claiming your cooking method isn't faithful to the original. Or that the flavor profile isn't authentic because you used an ingredient that wasn't in their beloved centuries-old version of the recipe.
This is Wangshu Inn. It does have the look and feel of a time-honored establishment.
I hear a Farazan. I know that voice.
Oh, innkeeper! We'll have each of your signature dishes, please, as fast as you can serve them. The most expensive ones.
Farazan! Oops, Madam Farazan.
Oh my! Traveler, Paimon, whatever are you doing here?
We could ask you the same thing. Where'd you suddenly get the funds to go sightseeing? And to order the most expensive things on the menu?
I'm not here to sightsee. Exemplary scholars like myself are highly sought after by cruise operators in need of an onboard consultant as they travel the world. Madam Farazan, please, slow down. None of us slept last night. How come Madam Farazan still has so much energy? If she's really over 100 years old,
I don't understand how she keeps going.
Hey, Layla.
It's all my fault. She's been like this ever since I told her I'd be paying the expenses.
Oh, that was a mistake, Dory.
Layla! And Dory? Huh. Never would have bet on this combination.
Why don't you all take a seat and catch your breath? You invite the three to sit and explain that you're helping out at Wangshu
Temporary
Inn.
chef, huh? Wow. No rest for the wicked. Well, if the chef here is trusting you to run his whole kitchen, then I've got no doubt we're in for some authentic Liyue specialties.
So, why are you all in Liyue again? Something about being an onboard consultant? I got my hands on a new boat from Fontaine a while ago, equipped with cutting-edge navigation technology. If we manage to spread the word, it could have huge business potential. Right now, we're doing some test runs. We sailed from Port Ormos to Rito, then from Rito to Liyue Harbor. Next, we're planning to go to Dornman Port.
Oh.
Oh, Madame Farazan and me were hired to fine-tune the compass and other equipment. We sailed around the Sea of Clouds all of last night to put the system through some stress testing.
That sounds like illegal overtime.
Overtime for which they'll both be fairly compensated. They're both here willingly. The contract is crystal clear on that. You really cover all your bases, don't you? Let Paimon guess. Paying the expenses is part of the compensation, isn't it? No wonder Madame Farazan is going for all the most expensive dishes.
It's not every day someone tells you to order whatever you like. Now, first up, we'll have the...
Farazan, Madame Farazan, that is. While I am more than happy to treat you both to the most expensive dishes on the menu, we must remember that most expensive does not always mean best. I've heard that the most expensive dishes in Liyue are usually either seafood-based or take an exceptionally long time to prepare. Now, I don't know about you two, but after so many days at sea, I don't think I can so much as look at another piece of seafood again for at least the foreseeable future.
Huh. That's actually a good point.
Not to mention that poor Layla here looks like she's about to faint from hunger. Huh? Oh, that's not because of hunger.
Oh.
Surely the wise and virtuous Madame Farazan could not bear to watch her poor students sit here and waste away.
Oh, well, of course I care about my students' well-being, but why do I feel like I'm being tricked?
So, let's not order anything that'll take too long to prepare. Aside from that and seafood, we'll take whatever other expensive dishes you have. Over to you, traveler. No seafood and nothing that takes too long to cook. The rest is up to you.
I had my eye on Adeptus Temptation, bamboo shoot soup, and golden shrimp balls, but I suppose they'll have to wait for the next time. But that could be years from now.
Aw, Madame Farazan looks so deflated all of a sudden. Please still try to choose dishes on the expensive side, okay?
Oh. Hey, friends. It's good to see friends. Wait, okay. So we had Fontaine to start, then we had Sumeru. My next guess is that group number 3 will be from Inazuma, and group number 1 will be from Mondstadt. Or group number 4.
So, expensive, but no seafood, and nothing that takes too long to cook. That rules out pretty much our entire menu. Do these people get a kick out of being impossible to please?
That Dory! Is she doing this on purpose?
I'd bet more that she is.
This isn't Lioli Pavilion or Shinua Kiosk. This is Wangshu Inn. We don't stock up on rare and exotic ingredients. We only get them in if someone puts in a special reservation. Well, if we're stuck with regular ingredients and we're on a time limit, there's only one way to bump up the price. And that's by cooking a dish that uses the chef's expertise and creativity to the fullest. As it happens, I know a recipe for something called trembling strings and rushing reeds. It can be whipped up quickly with what we already have in the kitchen. One plate usually goes for 30,000 mora.
Why?
30,000? But if it's quick to make and isn't fancy, what exactly makes it so special?
Quick doesn't have to mean quick and easy. To perfect this dish, you need expert knife work and very precise control over the heat. You have to finely slice several different types of meat into fine threads, knead them together into strips, then gently stir-fry them in the pan. What you end up with is a whole variety of flavors that come through layer by layer. This dish is unique in offering a harmonious blend of multiple kinds of meat, all cooked to perfection, while still bursting with their own distinct flavors. Do it right, and you've got a culinary masterpiece in your hands. But if you botch it, it's just a bunch of meat thrown on a plate.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! So this dish gets its value not from the ingredients, but the chef's expertise!
Do you think I'll be able to pull it off?
Now, don't worry. I can take care of the kneading and other prep work for you. You just focus on bringing it all together.
Believe in yourself. You can do this! And if you mess it up, Paimon will still be happy to eat it.
All right. A stir-fried dish made from a variety of meats that has layers, even entire floors of flavor. Simple ingredients, unique creativity, and intricate cooking process make this an unparalleled delicacy fit for any gourmet seeking the very finest of flavors. They say in Liyue that the lutes have 5 strings and flutes have 7 apertures, and this dish is the correspondingly made with 5 meats and 7 side dishes. That said, it is doubtful that any chef could make a dish as complicated as the story claims. Nice. It's just so chill. Nice. Wow. Let's see. Let's go with this one. And this one.
Food's ready! Please enjoy!
Ooh, smells delightful.
Oh, we meant to ask, have you two eaten breakfast yet? If not, why don't you join us at the table? Did Dory just offer us a free meal? When did she become so generous? Let's not forget that the biggest business deals are always settled over a meal. Come on, come on, come on, sit down and join us. Everyone, dig in. This dish looks simple enough, and I did my research, so surely it can't cost all that much. Worst case scenario, maybe 10,000 mora?
Oh.
This dish had better be worth working overtime all night for. Well, traveler, this is the moment of truth.
Oh, so tired. So sleepy. I just want to eat up and get to bed.
Everyone begins to eat, each harboring their
Is
private
this
concerns.
foul? Oh, wait. No, the texture is more like shroom boar.
There's a different flavor in every bite. And the discerning palate might detect a hint of something smoked, too. Quite marvelous. How is this made?
The smokiness is from the ham. That was my addition.
Ham? But I don't see any ham anywhere. Oh.
Haha! So you've noticed? Yep, every single strip is kneaded from several different kinds of meat. Paimon and Yanxiao put in a lot of effort to make it just right.
So I'm not an expert or anything, but don't different meats have different cooking times? How is everything in this dish cooked to perfection?
Well, you see, that's a trade secret.
It's just a matter of practice.
Wow. So this dish really is one of a kind. That makes the whole trip worth it. By the way, does this special dish have a name?
Ah, Paimon forgot to mention that part. The dish is called Trembling Strings and Rushing Reeds, alluding to the way that the different threads of meat are woven together. And also,
The complex layers of flavor, yes? Akin to the harmonies of a musical ensemble? The name, if I'm not mistaken, is a Liyue idiom that evokes a vigorous orchestral performance featuring both stringed and wind instruments playing together. Quite an apt name for this dish.
how did you know all that?
Every student has to master at least 20 languages before they graduate. Wait, is that not a requirement anymore?
Huh? Oh, that used to be a thing?
Oh, Paimon almost forgot that you're also from Harabatat.
So, anyway, how much does this dish cost?
30,000.
Oh, don't worry, not too much. That'll be 30,000 more, please and thank you.
30,000? About that, Paimon, traveler, I merely invited you to join us at the table, did I not? I don't believe I committed to paying for you.
Ooh, Dory.
So, perhaps we could split the bill accordingly?
Oh, Paimon knew it was too good to be true.
30,000 more surely isn't an outrageous amount for the most magnanimous Lord Sangama Bay.
Yeah, as a famous merchant, you've got a reputation to uphold.
But every single mora matters, you know?
True.
All right. I'll just consider that the cost of learning about this dish. Once I'm back in Sumeru, I'll be sure to find someone to help me recreate the dish. And then I'll make it all back. I feel so much better now that I've gotten some food in me. Delicious food really does wonders for one's spirits.
I never thought you'd take on such strenuous work.
My advisor said that young people shouldn't stay cooped up in the academia all the time. They told me that I should take the chance to get out and see the stars in other skies. Maybe I can think of it as my first internship experience. But it sure is exhausting.
Farazan's inside. Hey, Dory.
Now, how should I justify a high price tag for a dish without any fancy ingredients? Maybe start by giving it a fancy-sounding name?
Be honest, you chose Wangshu Inn to try and save money, didn't you?
I should have known you'd see through me. Everyone was exhausted and seasick when I made the offer last night, so I figured they probably wouldn't be able to eat all that much today. Well, you saw how that turned out. I tried placing some limitations on the order to keep costs under control, but you still found a way around my schemes. That's what I get for not thoroughly researching the market beforehand.
Hey, you're not even paying those too much of a salary. Just treat them fairly next time and don't be so stingy.
You're one to talk, Paimon. You freeload whenever you get the chance.
Well, yeah, but that's why Paimon's qualified to talk about this.
Let me guess where you're from.
Even though I didn't get to try Adeptus Temptation or Bamboo Shoot Soup, this trembling strings and rushing reeds was still quite impressive. Thank you for making it.
You're welcome. I never thought you'd take a job away from any ruins.
Well, about that, even though newfangled contraptions are hardly my cup of tea, Dora's offer was quite enticing. She said that every time we stopped at a new harbor, I'd be free to go and pick out some ancient books at the market and bring them back to Sumeru. I couldn't resist an offer like that. So I offered to join for the lowest possible pay to undercut all my Ksharawar competitors.
Interesting.
We're off to a good start this morning. Keep up the good work. I'm counting on you.
You and Paimon work flat out till closing time, serving countless customers. Their tastes could be more different, but the positive reviews also can be more consistent. Nice.
Go!
I've soaked the kitchen. Not my intention. Oh, nice. Cute. Fremine, how does chopsticks? And then we just wait in the kitchen like nightmare monsters. Fuck. So close. Damn it. 628. Eh. This probably isn't right either. Fuck me. Here. There. Right after dawn.
Morning. Time to fire up the stove for another day of customers. Thanks again.
Pleasure. With days of experience now under your belt, the work is becoming second nature.
Great work. Well, you're looking more like a head chef every day. Whatever crazy characters come walking through that door, I know you'll be able to handle them.
Inazuma.
Wait, no! Every time you say something like that, you jinx it!
Hey, that's not true. Anyway, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh no, it's Ito!
Dude, what up, bro? I didn't know you were in Liyue too. It's always nice to run into a broady and a Zoomin fellow. Wait, did I say that right?
Almost. I think you meant fellow Inazuman abroad, boss.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, we gotta look out for each other when we're this far from home, don't we, Ayato?
Why is Ayato here?
Oh, Checker! What are you doing here?
Huh? Oh, hey, flying lavender melon, the sky-cleaving white iron variety, and my compadre too. All my buddies in one place. God, today's my lucky day.
Didn't you say you were gonna knuckle down and earn some more when you got home? How come you're back in Liyue so soon?
Ah, that could wait. As soon as I announce that Arataki Ito is available for hire, they'll be throwing Mora at me. Right now, I got a more urgent situation to attend to. I'm in the mood for some good, spicy food.
I like how he looks like embarrassed now. He's like, hey, she's looking at me.
Oh, and while we're here, we were gonna also see if Grandmaster Hanakado's okay and whatnot.
The look on Shinobu's face seems to say, don't ask. So what about you, Ayato?
Not too long ago, I heard a rumor that someone was hosting an Onikabuto fighting contest in Liyue. Naturally, I came here as soon as I could, but alas, it was too late.
What? You missed it? Aw, man, what a bummer!
Quite the bummer, indeed. Though all is not lost. Since you're here, you'll be able to tell me all about it.
Sure thing, my man. But let's catch up over some food, huh? Where's the chef, anyway? Hey, get the chef out here. I got compadres to feed.
I'm the chef.
Yeah, sure. Me too. Wait, what?
Wow, Bullchucker set up that one for us really nicely. Gotta give him some credit for that.
But the main chef is another guy.
Good one, compadre. You almost got me there. All right, well, get the chef out here.
You and Paimon go to the kitchen and fetch Smiley Yanjiao.
So, may I take your order? If you're entertaining guests, I can recommend the palace jewels, a trembling strings and rushing reeds, or...
Boss, don't forget the budget.
Yeah, okay. Got anything a little more, down to earth?
Down to earth. Oh, well, we do a mean humbly enough. Real hearty dish with a ton of flavor, and we don't skimp on the portion size either. That'd be the best value for your Mora.
Humbly enough, huh? Oh, sounds like my kind of grub. We'll take that. No need for anything fancy. We're all friends here.
Excellent choice, Ito. I'm no fan of culinary ostentation either. Sometimes a bro just knows,
A bro just knows. Yes, a bro just knows. Bros don't suppose, 'cause bros just knows.
Is this for real? Oh, whatever. Paimon's leaving you guys to it.
I forgot that Ayato kind of liked Ito, so I'm just like, wow.
Seriously, if I'd blinked, I would have missed it. Crimson Staff just launched itself at Bloom Pruner and sent it flying.
I'd expect no less of the bona fide Beetle Battle King himself. It sounds like a truly epoch-defining duel.
Oh, man.
The air was getting stifling, so I made some excuses and slipped away. Anyway, thanks for taking the hint earlier. I'll fill you in later.
Okay, sounds good.
Gotta say, your friend's quite a character. Still, humbly enough isn't that hard to make, so I don't think we'll have any problems with this order.
Actually, why is it called humbly enough anyway? A hearty meat dish is a good start, but in Paimon's experience, one humble dish is never enough.
I said it was hearty, but I never said it contained meat. Don't be fooled by the appearance. It's actually just tofu, made to look and taste like meat.
Tofu?
Wait, tofu's made of beans, isn't it? Oh, Bullchucker can't eat that. Guess we should get them to pick something else instead.
What's the issue? I think I caught the word tofu.
Wait, what are you doing? The kitchen is staff members only. Never mind. I'll let it slide. Ma'am, could you possibly ask your boss to order something else instead?
No one gets my bro Ayato like I do. I hereby declare that humbly enough will be an everlasting symbol of our friendship, or my name ain't Arataki Ito! Hey, where's our food at? Hurry up, I'm almost done recounting the epic adventures of Crimson Staff.
As you can see, changing the order may be a little difficult.
Oh, brother, his whole ego is riding on this, huh? Even if we break the news to him, he'd probably rather eat the tofu than eat his words.
We're locked in now. We gotta cook that dish. How about we throw in some free appetizers in?
Sounds good. I'll make sure he fills up on those. We'll just have to play the rest by ear.
Shit!
I never knew tofu allergy was even a thing. Okay, I'll handle the appetizers. You take care of the main event.
I can help too. Don't worry, I'm qualified. I passed Liyue's senior culinary exam once.
Shinobu, what don't you know? Like, the fuck? Oh boy. A fragrant and nostalgic Liyue-style dish, one's number one choice for our hearty tucking in. This dish requires one to craft colors and aromas of meat from tofu, which demands much of the chef's seasoning skills. Word has it that this dish was designed for those older folk with weakened teeth. Perhaps it is also a chef's duty to ensure that all people can enjoy good food. And this is when I killed Ito. Nice. Excellent. Let's swap the ornament for this one. Oh boy, this is about to get this is about to be painful.
Food's here!
Jesus.
Oh, so this is humbly enough. You guys don't mess around. Woo! Love me that portion size. Come on, compadre, grab a seat. We're all friends here, so don't hold back. I'm just gonna dig right in.
Boss, we should respect the local customs. Here in Liyue, it's polite to let the guests eat first.
Polite? Shinobu, I thought old-timey traditions weren't your style.
Now that I'm finished in the kitchen, I'm a guest too.
Huh? Are you kidding me, compadre? Oh, wait, I get it. The food smells so dang good, now everyone's dying to go first. Well, guess I only got my own good taste to blame. Go on, dive in. I'll wait till last.
Oh no. You, Paimon, Ayato, and Shinobu help yourself, leaving very little meat behind.
I see.
Finally, it's my turn. Woo-hoo! I spy a big chunk of deliciousness with my name on it.
Oh no.
Wait! Don't!
Huh? Wait, what is it now?
You know the drill.
Okay, here goes. Anyway, so, Paimon forgot to tell you the really cool origin story of this dish.
Origin story? Dude, who cares where it came from? We all know where it's going. Am I right? Down the gullet!
Skipping the origin story is like going traveling without a tour guide. Trust Paimon, you get way more out of the experience after you hear it.
Paimon makes an astute observation. Much as every tea must be appreciated on its own terms, is it not a waste of the chef's goodwill to sample a dish without hearing its tale?
My compadre's goodwill, huh? Oh, can't have that going to waste. All right then, give me the full story. I'm all ears.
That's more like it. Let's start with the ingredients. Actually, no. Let's start with the story of Wangshu Inn, which starts with the history of Dihua Marsh.
Now's our chance, traveler.
Got it. While Ito's distracted, you and Shinobu begin to gobble down the dish.
Tale of Dihua Marsh hits hard. People in the past had it pretty rough. Makes you appreciate what you got. Humbly enough, yeah, that's a good way to think about life.
Darn, there's no sad way to tofu from here. How did we get so off topic? Well, good news is there's only a little bit left.
But we were already beyond stuffed.
Oh, compadre, Shinobu, have you been eating this whole time? Save me some dregs, why don't ya? That's it, I'm done waiting. It's my turn to eat.
Wait, boss, that's made of...
One moment, Ito. I have a small request, if you would be so kind as to consider it. I left home in a hurry and was unable to bring any of my family with me. They've all heard so much about you and are huge admirers of the Arataki gang, so they will be devastated to learn that they missed out on this opportunity. However, if you were willing to let me bring the remaining portion of Humbly Enough back to them, I'm sure it will help to lift their spirits.
Yeah, I don't know.
Boss, you gotta do right by your friends. They're pretty big on that in Liyue. Besides, you did eat quite a lot of the grilled fish while we were waiting for the main course. Including mine and Ayato's.
Huh? Oh, those were for you guys? Ah, dang it. I got too carried away telling that story, didn't I? In that case, pass my regards to your fan, bro. El Chefe, can we get the rest of this to go?
Ayato and Shinobu for the save! The save! Goddamn.
Count Crushmore. Instant kill. I never knew there were so many elite beetle fighters in Liyue.
You really didn't come for the Onikabuto fighting contest, did you?
Can you imagine? That would be tardiness of the most unfashionable variety. No, in truth, this trip is part business, part leisure.
How come you didn't come to the Lantern Rite then?
Every visitor has their own agenda. For some, the festivities are all the more reason to visit. For others, all the more reason to avoid the crowds. In any case, one way or another, I seem to have ended up in the right place at the right time. Now, as for the leftover tofu... Yes, I'm sure Toma will dispose of it as he sees fit.
Dispose of it? Oh, my hard work. Ah! Sorry, wrong button. I mean, wrong muscle contraction.
I have to get back to the docks as soon as this meal is done.
So why did you really come to Liyue?
Well, thing is...
I can explain. Boss recently found work as a sailor, which allowed him to hitch a ride here. After the ship docked, he had some free time to do as he pleases. He's been using that time to hang out with Grandmaster Hanakato.
Just because he's here already! No other reason!
Oh, cool.
Looks like that's all sorted. All right. Take some time to collect yourself. The next big group is coming in.
The rest of the day passes without incident. Ayato was so close to just dying. Just dying on the spot. Not Ayato. Ito. Oh, that's cute. Next day, 6 to 8. Yo, buddy.
How time flies. My burns are almost healed now, so I should be ready to take back the kitchen tomorrow. You've really gone above and beyond these past few days. Last day today. Here's hoping we get through it without incident.
Why does Paimon feel like you just jinxed us again?
The day passes without incident.
We made it all the way to the evening. It ended up being a pretty smooth day after all. Maybe it's because we've gotten so experienced at running this whole thing. We've come a long way since our first day on the job, haven't we? Back then, we were struggling to remember who ordered what. But everything's a piece of cake now.
The day still isn't over yet.
Yeah, but who would come by this late in the evening? Actually, now that Paimon thinks of it, Lenny and his siblings came around about this time the first day, didn't they?
Traveler? Paimon? Fancy seeing you two here.
Yo, the gang!
Amber? And Eula and Mika, too! Are you here for dinner? Why so late in the day?
We just finished an escort mission for a merchant caravan. The original plan was to make do with some rations for this evening and continue our trek north towards Stonegate. But Captain Eula brought up the fact that none of us have eaten Liyue cuisine for quite some time. We thought we might as well swing by the inn and see if we can still order something.
Yes.
Ooh, so this is Eula's treat, huh?
We've been eating the same rations for the entire trip, so I simply thought it was high time we had ourselves a proper meal. Do you have a problem with that?
May I take your order?
Good question. What should we get? Wait a sec. Why are you taking our order?
The Traveler's been filling in for the chef here. You come at just the right time. You'll be the last customers to enjoy his cooking before the original chef takes back the reins.
Wow, really? Good thing Eula suggested we come here. I wouldn't want to miss this. So, what shall we get? I'm not as familiar with Liyue cuisine as I used to be. Mika, Eula, what are you in the mood for?
Bum, bum, bum.
Anything goes. I'm just looking forward to trying the honorary knight's cooking for myself. I'm sure it'll be a great learning opportunity for me.
Something small, I suppose. We have to hit the road again after we eat. Beyond that, anything goes.
Wasn't it your idea to come here, though? Yeesh, this is like getting blood from a stone. All right, guess it's up to you, Amber. You name it, we'll cook it.
Huh? Then I guess... I don't really mind either. Anything goes.
Damn it.
Ah!
Well, they're just like, fuck. Why can't these people just make up their mind?
I'm sorry. I really can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, I could pick from the menu at random, but I'd feel more comfortable leaving the chef to choose.
Oh, one thing. I know I said I don't mind what we have, but no alcohol, please. Neither of them can drink. It's a real pity.
I've still got some sparkling water here.
Anything goes, huh? Oh dear. This is a chef's worst nightmare. With no idea of your customers' palates, you're left to make a wild guess. Still, now that you've worked in the kitchen for so many days, I have faith that you'll be able to figure it out. Go on. Show them what you've got.
Ah, shit. Let me think. What are they like? What could they be craving? Am I literally just gonna cook anything goes? Oh, no. Smoked ham, bamboo shoots, egg, flour, and snapdragons. A simple dish filled with rich flavors straight from the wok, made from stir-fried ham, bird eggs, rice. Oh, it's rice. Oh. And all manner of other ingredients. They say the myriad recipes for fried rice have resulted in it being considered the first choice for those who don't know what to eat at the moment. Of note, is the fact that this simple dish is, in truth, quite the comprehensive test of a chef's capabilities. Only skill and will, they say. Will you get a dish that brings back memories of home? No! A look of determination and success. So I don't think I've used this one yet. Actually, no. This one. I think that's it.
This is delicious. Perfectly seasoned, and even the rice is bursting with flavor.
Nothing like a piping hot meal served straight from the stove. I've missed this.
You've put the finest Favonian field rations to shame, and that's no mean feat. So, tell us, traveler, what's this one called?
Anything good.
It's called... Paimon's guessing we can't just call it anything goes, right? Oh, hell, Paimon doesn't know how to explain this dish at all. It's got no name, it's just basic ingredients simply cooked.
Basic ingredients, simply cooked? Really? I could have sworn that you put something fancy in here, or gave it some kind of chef's magic touch.
This isn't the world's finest. This isn't the finest dish in the world, but it's the one you need right now.
Not the finest dish in the world, but the one they need right now. Okay, you've lost Paimon. What do you mean?
You've been on the road for a long time, and you've only been eating field rations the entire time.
So you mean we only think this is delicious because we're so hungry? There's got to be more to it than that.
Perhaps the fact that the aroma of freshly cooked hot food is a welcome change from cold, pre-prepared rations.
Oh, kinda like the feeling of waking up to the smell of freshly baked bread in the morning? Huh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's almost like we're back at Good Hunter again.
But Good Hunter's in Mondstadt. Why make a point of trying Lyric cuisine if you can't even taste the difference?
Oh, I'm not talking about the taste. I just meant the feeling of comfort, you know? It's like the feeling of coming home.
Comfort. Coming home. Well, Yanxiao did say we want to make our guests feel right at home.
Everyone's got their own preferences. But a chef caters to all comers. Gotta put ourselves in their shoes. And the chef's passion for putting smiles on customers' faces.
So in other words, the secret ingredient is passion?
Despite how terribly cliched that sounds, I'll admit that it holds true for this meal. Well played. Mark my words, I'll remember this recipe.
Okay, but you can't really have a recipe without a name, though, right? Have we come up with a name for this dish yet?
I hadn't really thought that far.
How about Right at Home?
I like it. I dig it.
The rations we brought were adapted for my signature moon pies. To come up with something even tastier. I gotta hand it to you. You did a great job. Still, please do drop by and try a few Stormcrest pies next time you're in town. I insist.
Sure. Where is Mika? There he is.
Back when I was on the expedition with the Grand Master, I was often put in charge of cooking. Under the circumstances, I could only cook some pretty crude meals. But everyone still enjoyed them a lot. Maybe passion was the secret ingredient then too.
Amber?
Sorry. I zoned out just now. Didn't see you coming.
Got something on your mind?
Yeah, that food you cooked for us just now, it reminded me of the meals my grandfather used to make for me. I thought I'd forgotten how they tasted, but it all came rushing back.
Oh.
He used to make Liyue dishes all the time. I'd do my outrider training with him until the evening, then wait patiently at the dinner table. I'd sit there with the smell of delicious food wafting in from the kitchen, waiting for him to finally emerge with the goods. Sometimes we'd have Eula around for dinner, and even though she'd always find something to complain about, I could tell she really enjoyed the food.
So maybe she remembers too. Maybe that's why she suggested you come here for dinner?
Your words, not mine. Don't ask her about it. She'll only give you another earful.
It's always nice seeing friends. I'm glad my guess on how they were doing the ordering worked out pretty well.
There you are. Thank you for all of your hard work over the past few days.
My pleasure, assuming I'm still being paid, that is.
Straight down to brass tacks, are we? Here, take it. I've thrown in a little extra as well. Call it a bonus. Hard work is rewarded here.
Yay! It's like all the tiredness and stress have suddenly melted away.
I'm just lucky you only worked on this job for a few days. At the rate you were progressing, a few more weeks and I think I might be made redundant.
Well, I for one look forward to enjoying your cooking many more times in the future.
Anytime. Bring some friends with you next time, and I'll show you all what Smiley Yenshao can do when working with both hands intact.
Nice.
Great! Although, just to be on the safe side, cook carefully in the meantime. You may have just jinxed it again.
That was a fun little event. I dig it. Eula. Amber. Mika's so excited. Alright, let's see. We are going to do a small break to do some stretches, and then I'll be back in just a short little while. Until then, be good, I guess. I am back. Hello. Hello.
Straight on in.
Oh yeah. It's been so long since they've checked out this one. What the fuck? Take the hydrogranum out to deactivate the bubble formation. Oh, a villain! Royal Blade of Narcissus. Defeating me is no great victory. I am but the weakest among them. Proceed to Twin River Fairway if you dare. What the fuck? What was that about?
I'll keep this close.
Don't panic, these small prey just got lucky, that's all.
Access denied.
Please show those little minions some mercy. The leader of the 3 Royal Blades is right over there waiting for you. Am I going back to the front? Where the fuck am I going? Fish. What the fuck? Oh.
I'll keep this close.
What? Okay. That one felt kind of pointless, I'll be honest. Look at that Oceanid dragon. Is it under it?
Is this an answer from this world?
Man, the music here is so dreamlike. Mine and Paimon are really strong. If something Colonel Kate. Ow! Ah! Oh, so that's what it does to me. Ugh. Well, I guess we won't be worrying about those mysterious bubble cannons anymore. Well done, soldiers. Assemble! Huh? Where's that voice coming from now? Do soldiers refer to us? Wonderful. It's Colonel Kate. It seems that Colonel Kate is still here. Let's go meet up with him. It's a squirrel. And look, you look well. Yes, they are... Halt! I do not wish to know soldiers' names. What? Amidst cruel battle, anyone can be turned into ruptured bubbles and scattered foam at any time. Knowing the names of the troops will only cast a shadow upon our final victory. Huh? I just need to know one thing. Are they the reinforcements you sought? Yes, but... Very good. Fresh hands will help us continue our suppression of the 2 remaining bubble formations. About that bubble formation. Next time, soldier, you will give your report first before asking questions. Yes, the formations are places of unparalleled peril, not to mention that 3 mighty subordinates that Narcissus has placed within them. Well, about that, we've actually cleared all the formations. Wait, what? Why didn't you say so earlier? We've been trying to tell you, but you haven't been listening. Well then, it's good to see that everyone is well. So, and who are these people again? I'm Lumine and this is Paimon. Lumine and Paimon, pleased to make your acquaintance. It is a pleasure to have new blood like you in Kate's resistant force. Let us fight for Princess Lyris and Reconquista. Kista? Kate's resistance front, huh? Are you guys the same thing as the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team? Let me think. We are now the same thing, is how I would put it. Indeed, we have the same objective and plan of action. It is only because I have more combat experience than I am a colonel with my own force. Where's the rest of your team? We charged bravely into the bubble formation. Yes, and... Yes. Where's your team? They're all dead. Ah! We charged bravely into the bubble formation, and as for the rest, please don't ask. Looks like Colonel Kate's got problems too. Well, he is up against immense firepower, or should I say water power. What's next for you? I plan on going behind enemy lines to see what can be done there. After all, it should be quite easy to go up there now that the bubble formation has been broken. I mean, I can't lose to some new recruit, can I? There's no shame in losing to me. Regardless, I shall return when the sun sinks into the sea. Victory is at hand. Victory in hand. Let us meet again before the high tower. Colonel Kate bounces away. Wait, there's neither sun nor sea here. Paimon speaking only truth.
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
Okay, how am I supposed to get up there? Guys, don't. I told him not to. Okay, I think if I go a little higher, I'll be in the perfect sort of space for that. Jack. Thank goodness you're safe. As I thought. You were the ones who emptied the water out. Excellent, excellent! If I had hands like yours, yellow and white ones, I would be applauding already. Dear friend, show some respect. Petite Cho is doing her best. You are right, I suppose. She has done nothing wrong, ultimately. Forget it. The yellow and white ones here. Who are they? Yellow and white. You mean us? And who else would I mean? Does Petit Cho look yellower to you, or does Anne? Hey, you blue frog! Alright, Paimon, don't be angry. This is Knight Lumine and Paimon. A knight, you say? And I suppose this Paimon is the squire? No, come on, why does everyone call Paimon that? Paimon is no squire. Please don't make an emergency food joke. Paimon's my companion. I see. Then you are not some minor feudal warrior. Not in the usual sense, anyway. Are you then some honorary knight? One with title that comes with little benefit? Well, I mean, is an honorary knight, but she got in Mondstadt for heroically doing battle with Storm Terror. Ah, then you are a dutiful, capable warrior. Very good. In that case, welcome to Orchestra Jack. That sounds oddly similar to Kate's Resistant Front. Kate's Resistant Front? Bah! That disorganized, untrained militia are but rabble. We here at Orchestra Jack are a collective people from all walks of life who carry out operations based on our personal abilities. The orchestra is in charge of music and the Resistant Front resists, so that are not the same at heart like bards and knights. The name is merely an analogy, for we weave resistance like an orchestra in our struggle against Narcissus as we seek to rescue Miss Lyris. Don't you mean Princess Lyris? That's right, isn't Lyris a princess? Well, both terms refer to the same person, but leaving that aside, we should listen well. The title princess is a rigid hierarchical term of address, a product of an oppressive system. It was a title whose merit is birth, not labor or wisdom. Here we go again. If the universe was a more rational one, there would be no gods, no kings, and certainly no princes or princesses. Nor would there be any mystical powers that only a few may wield. Do you follow me thus far? This rabbit hole's not for me. Didn't you put your name on your organization as well? An orchestra must have a conductor, lest no music be made out of cacophony. Sounds really deep, but it's also confusing. But you're not doing anything all day while being able to enjoy delicious sweet madame is pretty nice. Is there anything wrong with that? See? If there are more people who are willing to reap the benefits despite doing no labor, then there must be some who shall have to do more than compensate. Paimon's happiness is mine as well. Wait a minute, in that case, wouldn't Lemine be happy if she makes Paimon happy? That means making Paimon happy more is good for you too. That's how this works, right? This has been a very conversation, but please allow me to interject. Dear Jack, good night. May we begin discussing our next course of action to rescue our rescue of Princess Lyris? Silencing voices you do not want to hear, I see. Oh, Lumine, come see the repression inherent in the system. Help! Help! Al's repressing me! I need a smack, Jack. Jack, you... Al isn't doing that. He's a good person. He wouldn't bully you. Dear sister, please, do not lose your temper over this. If you have more to say, Jack, why don't we find a corner and settle this like gentlemen? Stop squabbling. We all have the same goal. Please, everyone, aren't we comrades? We've gathered here to rescue Princess, or Miss Lyris, after all. We count as such, I suppose. We shall cooperate, even though my final goal is to create a more beautiful world for Miss Lyris. Let us shake hands, then. Comrades? You have wings. I have webbed feet. If you think these apt replacements for hands, then we shall do so, comrade. What the fuck? Jack and Al shake hands awkwardly. If nothing else, they extend their wing and webbed feet and tap them together. Please get along well with him, Al. Of course, dear sister, do not worry. We are united in one cause. Ha! Problem? This is but the manifestation of a deeper issue. Shut up! Okay, so what do we do next, Dan? Alright, I almost forgot that we were here to save the princess. Well, I was starting to think that I've brought such capable help along just to let them listen to two boys squabble. As for the situation, ask Al and Jack to explain. I need a moment to cool off. Anne's having a tough time too, huh? You're pretty difficult yourself. He wasn't always like this. He once had a really good heart and loved to cry. He would take care of the younger children. But one day he said he would never cry again, and later still he changed. This is due to Rene, I fear. And Rene changed too. Who's Rene? Sorry, where was I? Right, our course of action. You should ask Jack and the others. He and Al might argue a lot, but they're actually good friends. Okay. We'll just blow past the Rene thing. Alrighty, animals, what's up? Jack, you... Paimon, don't. Huh? Knock it off or we're gonna start this all over again. Paimon knows. Anne told us that you could explain the situation. Allow me to speak first then, honored knight. And Paimon, concerning the tower behind us, Narcissus has been unable to overcome it. As such, the princess is still safe. At that time, when all seemed lost, the princess gave her greatest treasure to us, and that was the time that belonged to her. Huh? She gave you her what now? Time, you say? After she lost that time, the princess and the tower she dwells in both fell into a stagnant, dreamless slumber. In remembrance of her, we named our fallen realm the Anapostis. And what does that mean? Because it is completely stagnated, Narcissus has been unable to taint anything within. That's more or less our situation. What do you mean, more or less our situation? Firstly, how would someone give anyone else their time? But it's true, Princess Lyra did share her time with us. Narcissus would constantly plot to invade, but the time she gave us, we became far stronger. For example, my brother Al can usually only defeat one foe at once, but with more time, he can vanquish 4 or 5 at one go. A most vivid example. Thank you for your explanation, dear Petit Cho. Well, I hope you understand now. Not at all, in fact. Yeah, how do you even give your time to other people? Do these details matter? Is it not similar to how feudal nobles would hire sharecroppers? What? Sharecroppers? How do these things even connect? Are you trying to say that exchanging time for pay is a form of giving your time to others? Only a small part of the wealth a sharecropper creates will belong to him. If this is understood and regarded as normal by all, then what is there about this situation that is hard to comprehend? You got Paimon. Why are you debating with an Oceanid? There's too much oddity at play here. Let's just leave this aside for now. That's true, alright. Paimon totally gets it. Narcissus has spent long years searching for the princess's treasure. Only its power can cause time to flow again, and only then will its locked gates open. Thus he summoned waters brimming with wicked intent to drown the kingdom, and created underlings unnumbered and many magical devices beside. All this was done to hunt us Narzissenkreuz Adventure team members down and seize the treasure that should have been in our hands. Wait, should have? Before we had another older brother, Nay. In those terrifying days, he took the treasure and fled alongside us, but he dissolved into the waters while covering us. I miss him so much. We were very good friends. I hate that dragon, even though I know that these feelings are not good, but I miss Nay. He was like my real brother, just like Al. We're sorry for your loss. But if that's the case, how are we supposed to save Princess Lyris? The treasure has sealed the tower and can only be opened again with said treasure. Well, when they... how do I put this? While they were consolidating our rear lines, we of Orchestre Jack obtained some key intelligence that has allowed us to ascertain the treasure's location. Really? You have? Of course. It is right over there. Above? Huh? In the sky? As in the water in the sky? Before Nay dissolved, he used the last of his strength to purify a patch of water in the firmament. It was there that he hid the treasure. What an irony. It seems that Narcissus has gotten too used to looking down upon the citizenry below, and has not had been in the habit of looking up, and there the treasure has been hidden all along. I see. Well, it does sound like something Nay would come up with. How do we get up there, though? Could we teach Cho and Al take us up there? A very imaginative idea, but unfortunately impractical. If we go up there, we should find a small fountain full of magic. Options may open up to us should we reach it. Are you feeling a little better now, Anne? Thank you, Paimon, but you need not worry. But before we ascend, we must deal with the various bubble formations to make our path safe. There's 3 of them, right? If that's the case, we've already taken them all out. My, that's our mighty knight in Paimon for you. Ah, it's just a shame that I was unable to watch the battle between you and the 3 royal blades of Narcissus in person. They were super weak. Ah, what reliable allies you are. When you've the time, please do tell Petit Cho and I of the very valorous deed. Please do. In that case, to the fountain. We'll need to find a way to access the waters above and retrieve Princess Lyris' treasure. Al, Petit Cho, Jack, this place is yours to guard. I got mail. I got mail. So much mail. Oh, well, I didn't mean to delete that. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Wasting my time, that's what I'm doing. I have a feeling I gotta get into that water bubble. What the fuck? Hello. Mori sniffs. Mori, no. Huh? Woof woof, bad people. Silly dog. Mori, bad. They're good people. Woof, understand. Give paw? You really are a dog. You and Paimon shake hands with Mori. It's a slippery experience, as one might expect of a dog made of water. Great, now that we're all introduced, don't attack them, okay, Mori? Ah, so you're a dog. That makes much more sense. Does it? Does it really? How does Mori resemble a dog at all? Didn't Al say that? What, you... Don't you go believe that purpose defines essence nonsense, and even if you do, Paimon won't. Paimon refuses. But that's what Mori is, though. A silly dog. Whatever. If an Oceanid can be an evil dragon, then a forest boar can be a dog. Alright, alright. I am a silly dog. Yes, woof. And you've been a good boy, haven't you, guarding this place? So is Mori a member of your team? No, I mean, Mori is a dog. But a duck, a frog, a finch, and a squirrel can join, so why can't a dog? Mori is Mori. Must protect the princess. That's the princess? A long, long time ago, Mori played here with the Princess Al Petit Cho, Nay, and Jack. But the air and the water were later filled with the scent of evil, and everyone left. Only the princess remains, so I protect her. So that's Princess Lyris. Right, it was mentioned earlier that the princess lost her treasure, which is why everything stagnated. So this is where it was. Isn't the princess in the tower, though? That's right, this is only a statue of her. Seriously? Another looks like it, but not really? Woof woof, not the princess. Nope, Princess Lyris is in her tower. There are 2 princesses? No, silly, this one's not real. Woof woof, not the princess? Well, try giving it a sniff. Sniffs. Woof woof, not the princess? Told you so. Well, it's an understandable mistake. In this anapausis, a boar is a dog, an oceanid is an evil dragon, and the evil dragon turned out to be a statue, and a duck and a finch are siblings, and a squirrel is a colonel. Paimon can feel her sense of what real and not slipping away the longer we stay here. Well, let's not sweat the small stuff, alright? Huh? Okay, Mori, be a good doggy and descend the tower. Then meet up with everyone. Okay, but what about you, Anne? Me? Well, I'm going to help reclaim the princess's treasure. I see. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Alright then, what do we do now? Use these bubbles. The princess could make these back when she would play with us, and they fly very high up indeed. We would fly around in those bubbles, touring the realm. Sounds quite exciting. Whatever the case, we don't need to sit in the bubble, right? It'll just take us up there.
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
She looks nice. Oh god. He's just the worst. If they were, this world will be a better place. Or are we flying up into the sky in a bubble? Yes, we were. And we kept going up and up until we crashed headfirst into the water, right? Yes, there's something wrong. There's so much wrong with this that Paimon doesn't even know where to start. Perhaps it's just one of the king's magical aspects. You know what? Paimon's not gonna ask. The princess' treasure should be around here somewhere, right? Yes, there it is, preceded by 3-layered seal. Where? Oh, you mean that? While the outer bubble was pretty big, the treasure inside seems to be a really small chest. And it looks like some threads of flowing water connect to the big bubble. Bubble formation, for some strange reason, doesn't attack you, but it helps you unseal the treasures. Control the currents and barriers to guide the mist bubble to the ringed device at the end.
I'll keep this close. Because rule of 3, an ancient principle, so it must be right.
I've broken the seal. The treasure shall now be mine. I finally found it, the most precious of treasures. It looks like a pocket watch. Seems like it's not moving anymore. Well, it has been in the water all this time, so it should have broken down long ago, right? This is full of Princess Lyris' precious time. Let's go back to the tower and meet up with our friends. The tower is right below us, isn't it? You're back! Colonel Kate and Mori linked up with us while you were out. We're back with the princess's treasure. Well done, soldier. You made a fine contribution. The Resistance Front is proud of you. Kate, now isn't the time. Not so fast, Colonel. Lumine is a contact of the orchestra. Not cannon fodder from some no-name army. Ha! Your orchestra couldn't hold Lumine. Not unless you wanted to name it after her instead. Huh. And what of your rank? You may as well give it to Lumine, no? The soldiers bleed while the commanders steal the glory. This is quite ordinary. But now you're special, a colonel who not only does nothing, but even lets his troops take credit for the victory. While you were whiling your time away here, I was taking up bubble formations in the water above. If not for that, they would have not gained the treasure so easily. Let's get this straight first. I didn't join any of you. Mori, get him! Woof woof, bad person! Mori bowls Jack over. Kate laughs at him, only to be knocked over by Mori. The altercation is eventually calmed by Alan Petitcho's mediation. Honestly. Mori's really reliable at times like this, you know? In some ways. Let's get to business, shall we? That's right, we'll get nowhere if we keep arguing. And the more we go nowhere, the more we're going to argue. Yes, you're both right. Let's have a speech then, Anne. You're, the rousing kind. But I approve of Paimon's suggestion. Is it not at such times that adventure team's leader should step up to the plate? But I'm not good at speeches. And can you really call me the leader? As surely as I am the colonel, I affirm that you would be the best officer for this adventure team. My views on the title of colonel aside, we are in accord. I don't know much about leaders or glory, or whatever, but if not for you, and if not for Lumine and Paimon, who you brought here, I don't know what would have become of me. Knight Lumine, Paimon, what do you say? This is what everyone wants. Well, in that case, what should a leader say at times like this? Since we have Princess Lyris' treasure next, we just need to enter the tower and rescue her, right? So you just need to encourage everyone to do it just that before we start. How about you, Lumine? Hey, you can't do that. Why not? If not for your strength, we wouldn't have made it this far. We're just here to support you. Oh, all right. Ugh, this leader business used to be so much easier. Ahem. No matter what the name of our organization is, we're all part of the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team. We have a common goal, to rescue Princess Lyris. Miss Lyris. Shut up, Jack. Or Miss Lyris, and we intend to save the Narzissenkreuz Kingdom. Republic. Shut up, Jack! Growls threateningly. Please, continue, Anne. And restore the lands and waters here to their original gleaming shimmer through the Reconquista, so that sunflowers may once more flourish. Am I not right about that? That's right. Everyone, even Jack. We've experienced many battles and partings during the long years of conflict, and many team members we once had are no longer with us. But I won't forget the times we spent together. We'll always be friends. That's right. Even if I am our leader, I am everyone's friend first and foremost. The same goes for you, Colonel, Kate, Jack. Don't forget your friendship over differences and ideals and perspectives. Anne's being super mature right now, huh? Bravo, applause. Come on, stop teasing me. With God damn it. With Knight Lumine and Paimon's aids, we are finally able to obtain the princess's treasure. Time that was once frozen will flow again, and we will rescue her. For that, Lumine and Paimon, I thank you. You will always be our friends, and I believe that our princess will be glad to call you as such. Okay, I'm done now. Well, then I think it's time to unleash the treasure's power on the second tower. This way, its time should flow once more, like this. I did it! Whoa! My thanks, Lumine. Now, unfortunately, I fear that none of us know what will happen next. But since the princess's tower has been unsealed, we should move as soon as we can, right? Right you are, Petite Cho. Let's go! Charge! How the fuck am I supposed to get up there? Four divine kings of Narcissus.
Illusion shattered!
Oh my god, what the fuck? The blonde hair. The one with blonde hair tires.
There is no escape!
Born of ice and frost.
Why do Narcissus's little minions all need so many titles? The most useless the person, the more hats they need. Actually, they were mighty warriors who have caused us much harm during previous engagements. If the battle seemed easy, it was due to your great mate. Sorry, Knight Lumine, but our attacks can do nothing against these henchmen, so it's all up to you. Easy peasy. You know, where is Princess Lyris? Doesn't look like there's any path ahead. To be honest, I didn't think this far either. Let's keep going up, shall we? How do we do that? You can fly up there, Paimon. Even if Paimon could do that, what would she do if she encountered Narcissus's minions? And even if all the kingdom's treasures were up there, it would only feel like we found them if you were there too. Go up, you say. I understand. We do, one and all, have a certain amount of power. It is all magic given to us by the princess, yes. We can do some things with it. But if we do, we were all born from the same source. I don't see why you would be unable to understand and accept this. Has this not happened before? I know all this in theory. I just hate these things. I don't know why, I just do. Don't make such a face, Anne. We were born from the same waters, and we are only this way because we bound ourselves into different shapes using thin films to keep the princess company. Coming together once again for her sake is not strange at all. Wait, what are you all talking about? As long as we forsake our forms and join together, we can produce greater magic. This way we can send you to the tower's apex. Wait, but if you do that, you need not worry, friend. We came from the same body of water, so giving up our forms is not the same as what you would call death. Pure waters can turn into creatures of all sorts, and such changes do not only go one way. Even if we cannot adventure or fight alongside you, we can still progress together. Knight Lumine, Paimon, what do you say? This is not our decision to make. Only you can decide what your adventure team will do. This is your story. You're right, Lumine, but... Give us orders, ma'am. The tower seals have been broken, which means that they can no longer hold Narcissus back. Every moment counts. Alright, I'm counting on you all. Orders received. Leave it to us. Go with Paimon and Lumine, and make sure you save the princess. I leave Miss Lyris in your hands. In that case, dear Petite Cho, Mori, Colonel Nick Kate, and Jack. Okay, bye-bye. And just like that, they found... And it's just like what we have found... It's just like what happened at Mori's fountain. Our power is derived from the princess. If so, resolved, we can manifest it once more. Pull yourself together, Anne. Buffing herself up. Let's go, Night Lumine. Paimon. Water is formless. What comes from water will surely return to it. Once we rescue Princess Lyres, she will be able to bring them forth once again. Huh? It's just a portal. Where does this one lead, though? I'm not sure either, to be honest. I've never considered what would happen if we entered the outer tower. Oh well, in that case, let's proceed with caution. Let's see what's on the other side. Yes, we should be careful. We're the only ones the princess can rely on.
I'll keep this close.
Great, now we're out. Paimon's kind of dizzy. There are so many books here. Is this a library? This library has existed since long, long before we arrived. Their contents seem to be of ancient dramas. Children love to read books. Damn it. In the books where there is an evil dragon, there must be heroes to hunt the dragon. If there is a mage, there must be a wandering knight. The Reconquista must come to pass, and the princess must be saved. And of course a chime will sound, and the tale of the adventure will come to a halt. Yet it will not end. There will be another adventure, and another, one after that, until the children grow up and leave this place. And? Huh? Sorry, it felt like memories and feelings suddenly flooded into my mind. How strange. As long as you're alright. Paimon thought you might be bewitched by Narcisse's magic or something. Ugh, that might actually be so. Well, what do we do next? I'm not sure either. Whatever the case, let's have a look around. Yep, first off, there's a door over there. But it looks like there's no way through it. You two should be able to get across. You're Anne's knight right now, you know? This will be pointless if you don't come along. That's right! The tiles stick together out like a sore thumb. Must be some sort of path. Hardships experienced. That's a Fell Shield of Narcissus? That name does not fit our adventure until now, huh? So this is the center of the world, the castle where the dragon lurks, and the tower that imprisons the princess. Sometimes it is the ancient lost city of Wise, sometimes Arcadia, at times even the golden Hyperborea. Here many untrodden realms have been conquered. Here many heroes have defeated evil dragons. This is a place that brims with magic, and I was never really able to understand it. Children could see, through a stone wall, the imaginary griffins that whirl freely in the distant cloud-filled skies. These four pools would, in different adventure tales, be the four seas and sometimes the four cardinal realms of the world. I cannot understand these things either, but to accompany the children on their adventures, I played all sorts of roles. Are these more of those suddenly emerging memories? Yes. Anne, are you alright? I don't know. I feel very strange. These memories are so beautiful, but terrifying too. Look up there, atop the small fountain. That is the holy blade of Narzissenkreuz. Is it really? It looks like kind of cheap. Behold, Paimon, the holy blade! Seriously? It's just a shabby wooden sword. Still. With this sword in hand, Paimon's bets the kids sure felt like invincible heroes. Ready to take to the skies and do battle with their enemies, huh? Appropriately shaped branches and drawing poles could also, in the right tale, be the holy blade. But one day a certain woman brought several wooden swords for the children to play with, so those drawing poles would stop being used in fights. And who was that? I do not know. It must have been someone who once lived here. It was once a lively place with all sorts of people in it. When you think about it like that, the Holy Blade must have been very important. A normal sword can cleave flesh, but the Holy Blade can cleave spirit and will. As such, even impervious dragons and formless illusions are no match for it. If the Story of Adventure team is to reach its end, we will need the blade. Is it really that powerful? Just take its holiness at face value. Sure, if you say so, but it doesn't look like we can reach it right now. Let's continue exploring. Maybe we'll find some way to break this magical bubble. Okay, anyway.
Next on the agenda. Perhaps whoever left these behind was also fulfilling a contract.
Actually, why is there a bubble formation here too? Was this meant to prevent invaders from kidnapping the princess? Yes, that is the case. We ran into some enemies earlier. Didn't you say that when the Princess Laris gave us the treasure, the tower stagnated and even its Narcissus could not enter? There's a lot of stuff here that doesn't make sense. What's going on? I don't know either. I never thought about what would happen after we entered the tower. Also, this place feels very strange. I don't understand. I should never have been here before, but I find myself feeling many things. Do you two not feel it? No. Paimon doesn't either. Huh. Well, what do you know about this place, Anne? This was the assembly hall of the Narzissenkreuz Institute. The children would study here normally. I remember now. This was a lovely place. There was no sunlight, but it was always lively here. The children were all of different dimensions, some of them as different as the two of you. But here they would study together, listen to tales of the Hydro Archons, and tales older still. Dimensions? I mean to say that some children were very small and some were somewhat larger. Hey now, Paimon might be small, but she's got a big heart. Anyway, what about the princess? Was she a child too? Would the children hear stories about her? I don't know. Why does Paimon get the feeling that the stories started drifting away from the princess ever since we teleported here? No, this place must have something to do with her. We must be able to find her at the end of this road. She will be happy to see us. Well, you're the local. Paimon trusts you. You hear the sound of a bell.
Perhaps whoever left these behind was also fulfilling a contract.
Paimon's kind of dizzy. There are so many books here. Deja vu, perhaps? You know, Paimon thought she hadn't fully woken up yet, but haven't these things happened before? There'll be another adventure, and another one after that. We'll be able to leave as long as we find the end of the road. Let's go over what we know first then. Have you noticed anything, Paimon? First, the paths here are connected with some sort such that they form a ring, right? If that's the case, there'd be no getting out. Except that we were able to get on those paths, so we should be wary off them. There has to be some point in which we can break through. Next, we saw that super powerful sword or something. Yes, the Holy Blade of Narzissenkreuz. It should be the key item in some way. What do you think that? Well, it looks like a wooden sword, but it's inside a protective barrier. Would all that trouble be necessary? It wasn't important. So Paimon thinks that we need to get that sword. Was there any other notable thing? Good work, Paimon. Jabberwock's holy sword. Silver sword. No, I left my loot.
We're way behind schedule.
Race you!
Access denied. I can fix this. For Rex Lapis. Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
You hear the sound of a bell. Someone wants the tale of adventure to never end. What are you on about, Lumine? You know what, Paimon thought that she hadn't fully woken up yet, but things have happened before. The future of the story that constantly repeats will never come. Princess Lyris waits at the end of this path. No! Damn it! Jesus.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Hey! Born of ice and frost. Next on the agenda... Come on! Focus! Wipe out! I'm just way out of practice. Perhaps whoever...
You hear the sound of a bell. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh shit. I missed it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What happened? What was different? Obtain the holy blade. This is the holy blade of Narzissenkreuz. The holy blade is ours. It doesn't look like much, but once its powers are awakened, it will become a destructive and invincible weapon. What does that mean? Huh. What? Looks like the path downwards rather than forwards. There's a really long descent. It's so creepy. Most important thing is to come back after completing those challenges and unknowns in one piece and gain something in the end. Isn't that right, Lumine? We've come this far. It would be a shame to go, but now you did say that Princess Lyris would be just up ahead. True. I believe in you, Knight Lumine and Paimon. You are wise and powerful, and you are also kind people. Down we go. It feels like something shouldn't happen right now. I feel uneasy too, and I've been frightened ever since we came down here. Of course I will. Dragon. My name is Narcissus.
No touching.
Access denied.
He came up, immediately went under. I wait. So, why did we meet our Narcissus in here? According to what we said before, the tower lost its time and thus stagnated. As such, no one could be able, but this space is now within the tower. We teleported to a different place from the tower. That's right, Pamela forgot that had happened. But if that's the case, but how? No, that can't be true. The princess should be in the tower. I mean, that was the adventurers' team's only hope in this dark world. If she isn't, our adventurers, they're meaning Al, Petit Cho, and the others. And we did target out the biggest star in the kingdom, didn't we? That's a good thing, right? Yes, you're right, Paimon. Thank you both. Anyway, that story's not over. Yep, look over there. There's a place we haven't been to before. Maybe we'll find more clues there, huh?
Healthy body, healthy mind. There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
Looks like there's a ton of resources here. Stands to reason there's gotta be some clues. Decided to incorporate the Institute for Raising Orphans and the Children of Criminals into the public welfare system. Considering the ruins of the previous civilizations upon which it's situated, it shall be named. The seat of director was established in honor of the Hydro Archon's great virtue and has been taken on by a gentle-natured Oceanid. The title of vice director is to be taken up by those who display exceptional moral quality and ability. Linking up with Ingold, Guillotine, and the rest of the old gang will go some way towards solving the dispersion problem. The situation is no place for personal feelings, but what a person can lack them completely. And I hope my skills haven't been trusted anyway either. Rusted away? I hope all goes well. I still want to watch the dough rise to the sound of play outside the window. I still want to watch them grow into fine adults. The duty will be taken up by Basil Elton, former naval commander. May her steely temper be itself tempered by the families she will establish with these children going forward. What's that idiot thinking? Well, whatever, might as well have some fun post-retirement. According to the ancient theater and mysterious research hidden here, we believe that the documents of folklore discovered within Petrichor, the research team from the Institute of Natural Philosophy holds that 1 serving of flour, 1 of sugar, 1 of melted butter, 2 of eggs, a large amount of milk with which to make foam. Are you kidding me? What exactly is a large amount? Remember it well this time. 15 minutes at 180 degrees is not the same as 5 minutes at 540. There's a book here, too. A picture book, huh? Suits you, Paimon. Huh. Well, that's because Paimon's unique sensibility, you know. Picture books just speak to her better. This book gives me a strange feeling. Let Paimon see. A long, long time ago in a place far, far away, there was once a beautiful and kind princess named Lyris. And yep, she's our main character. I don't want this name. And that's not what you said before. Do you want to read it too, Anne? If that's the case, Paimon's going to continue. Come on, it's just a story. There's no need to be so fussy. Anyway, our protagonist needs an antagonist, an evil one at that. And our evil antagonist, well, that's the dragon Narcissus. So evil is he that the peace-loving people tremble at the sound of his name. Not that he cares about their feelings, though. He sowed destruction across the land, and the searing flames he spewed from his mouth, his great wings turned cities to dust, and his burning breath reduced nations to ash. At last, only the princess's realm remained safe. But because the princess worked tirelessly to defend her realm, Narcissus' plot to destroy everything could not succeed. So in Narcissus' story, I am the evil villain? This is kind of weird. This started like a storybook, but it also feels like it isn't. Lumine, you got the bigger brain here. You have to look too. Read carefully. Sorry, what were you saying? Huh? What? Oh, Jesus! What is this place? We're in the storybook now. This is the real Anapausis. If she no longer dreams of you. Huh? Huh, just like the book Kenotila found. World should be like this, not like how it is outside. Children should be able to play under the sun and grass without fear of hindrance or harm. This place does feel pretty comfy, yeah. Paimon feels way better than she did back when they were adventuring throughout the kingdom. There is no sunlight there at all. One mystery follows another. Never mind that, this place is really nice. It's gotta be Princess Lyris's garden. Say, Lumine, when our adventures are over, why don't we find a place like this to live? We can eat tasty fruits, plant lots of sweet flowers, and we can invite our friends over as guests. We can all live happily together. Let's put a pin in that for now. That's true. We gotta find Anne. Hide and seek, where did Mary and her friends go? Sounds like someone's singing over there. Oh, hey. Hide and seek, where did Mary and her friends go? To a great sea without borders, to a place which all lives flow. Hey there. Oh, hi. I'm sorry, I was just preparing some tea and didn't notice you. Come sit, snacks are ready soon. Yes, and ours are very good. But I must say this first, we can only start once the bell rings. It would be quite rude to do otherwise. Where are you from, by the way? Why, you are a fascinating combination, aren't you? A lovely young lady, a small little Oceanid, and your beautiful floating friend. Paimon's Paimon, and she's Lumine. Huh? Is it just Paimon, or does Anne look unhappy? She might have been reminded of something. And this Oceanid friend is our friend Anne. Oh my, a fine name indeed. In that case, please call me Marianne. My, what a pleasant surprise. It has been a long time since I've met someone from outside. Where are you from? Well, Hyman's actually not sure either. We defeated the fell dragon Narcissus, and then we ended up here somehow. The fell dragon Narcissus, you say? That must have been a frightening foe. Did you think so, I mean? In a manner of speaking, I suppose. My, I've heard that Narcissus has hurt many, and has turned many kingdoms to ash. Defeating him was an impressive feat indeed. So do you know about him too? Great. We're from the Narzissenkreuz kingdom, and we're looking for Princess Lyris. Lyris. Do you know where we might find her? Princess Lyris, you say. I'm afraid I do not know. But she should be here. Is that the case, Anne? But I have lived here for a long, long time, and yet have never seen any princesses. Perhaps she might be somewhere else. Is that so? But before we came here, we read a book about that princess, and how she's beautiful and kind and stuff. I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with any such person. On the flip side, you, Lumine, do quite look like a princess from a distant land. Is that the bell? Yes, that's the signal for tea time. In the past, children would throw down their wooden swords the moment they heard this bell, and they would come into the hall to have snacks. They're not here now, but I think it's best to follow the rules all the same. They'd be quite disappointed otherwise, I suspect. Don't mind if I do. You and Paimon enjoyed the snacks together. They look very beautiful, but they are as tasteless like pure water. How were they? They were great, though Paimon couldn't really taste them. Are you on a low-sugar diet or something, Marianne? My apologies, Paimon. I just made them as I remember them, so I'm not sure if they'll taste all that good. Well, in that case, let me take you all on a stroll. This is a flower garden that we've painstakingly taken care of. Lovely, isn't it? I've heard Basil say that caring for children is like caring for a flower. You need good soil, sufficient sunlight, and frequent something or others. Frequent watering, you can't let them grow however they want. Sounds like Basil is pretty smart. In fact, we must get rid of pests from time to time as well. Caring for flowers, she can do it all. It'd be nice if I could introduce you to her. I have been caring for the flowers here all this time in the hopes that some friends might come and I show them how they have been bloomed. And well, here you are. Well, it's a shame that they aren't in bloom right now, though. Well, I just need to water them and they'll be fine. Hide and seek, where did Mary... She just has a watering can now. To the halls of sea-born foam. As the drops of water stain the soil of the garden black, the sunflowers spring from the earth, grow quickly and bloom. Aren't they beautiful? That was quick. They've been waiting for friends to arrive after all. With your arrival... Excuse me. With their arrival, all they needed was a little encouragement, a little rain to get them going. I suspect this exceeds the realm of amazing. Oh, fuck. You're from a very, very far away place, aren't you, Lumine? What sort of flowers bloom there? The flowers I wear in my hair. I thought those flowers were beautiful the moment I saw you. But I fear that they'll be hard to find now. Lumine. Then let us speak of other flowers. I've always been in Fontaine, and I've never gone anywhere else. That said, a friend of mine has been to Sumeru. I heard from him that there are many flowers there that cannot be found here. Those that grow on cliffs, ones that only open at night, some even grow on cacti. That's when he realized that there were no cacti in Fontaine and had to give me a separate explanation. He was always the serious sort, and he was the smartest of us when we were young. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. It's a little too exciting for me, meeting new friends like this. Well then, Paimon, have you seen any special flowers? Mondstadt's dandelions come to mind. Dandelions! Do you have any of the delightful seeds with you? Well, we might. Dandelions, dandelions, bloom, bloom, bloom. Dandelion seeds can indeed be found on Paimon. Marianne happily plants them in the soil. When the wind blows, these tiny flowers will scatter with the wind, and they will take root and sprout everywhere, eventually making new flowers. Cool, huh? Later, with disturbances, there came ripples, and droplets appeared in those ripples, droplets that had life in them. This life left the water and turned into different forms. But though they were all made of water, gulfs opened between them due to these differences. Each drop of life was very weak, but each was beautiful in its own way. The dandelions you spoke of, Paimon, reminded me a lot of this story. But a single drop of water is weak and will dry up easily. Together they will be strong, and yet they will no longer be themselves. Is that how it is with dandelions too? Do you think that's a good thing? Paimon doesn't really get it. What do you think, Lumine? People can unite and yet maintain their personhood. Well, it might be meaningless to say this now. Let's have a little walk, shall we? Ah, yes. I can take you to see our dog. Is your dog's name Mori? He's a silly dog who has always accompanied me, and that's also why he's my best friend. Feed the dog, quote unquote. Noble Miss, it is an honor to receive food from you. A pleasure to see you again as well, Miss Marianne. Oh, you good doggy. Good doggy? How do you do, dear little miss? Well, thanks for being polite and all, but, Anne, what's going on? I don't know, but this can't be Mori. He has always kept me company. Does this mean that we've been wrong all along about what dogs look? I doubt it. Water can take any shape, and life can choose what form it must take. This, however, has nothing to do with its essence. This is a different matter. Didn't Al say something similarly weird? I have heard something similar said, that a body is a prison that restricts evolution. That person was once a child, like all the others. We and many others heard him tell many stories about how all life was originally formless, like water, and how there were no barriers between souls, thus allowing them to compose an endless story. Many have forsaken their bodies, for if water can be withdrawn from blood, so too can they be drawn out from one's form. But if you were to try and sprinkle water on the blackened dust that remains, it will not become blood again. And? I remember something, even though I really didn't want to. How much do you remember, Anne? I don't know. There's just this flood of feelings and scenes, happy words and angry ones. I'm not sure. I understand. You go first, alright? And remember, be a good dog. Understood. See you, Miss Marianne. See you, dear guests. Oh, this is bad. The number of things that don't make sense just keeps going up. If we hadn't seen the dog, Paimon would have forgotten all that stuff already. If we didn't say we were going... Didn't we say we were going to rescue Princess Lyres? That's right. My apologies, but there is no princess here, only us. Today we are simply fortunate to receive guests. But this is the end of the path. She has to be here. But Marianne said... so that's gotta mean that one of you is mistaken, right? Right, Lumine? Do you really want to hear what I have to say? Of course, you got the bigger brain here, don't you? Paimon, all we experienced so far was just a story. Wait, but didn't we team up with the Narzissenkreuz Adventure team to defeat Narcissus' henchmen? Wasn't that real? Think about it for a moment, Paimon. Is there even a Narzissenkreuz kingdom amongst the 7 nations? Huh, you're right, Paimon didn't think of that. So the adventure team, Al Peticho, Colonel Kate, Jack, Mori, the 2 of us, and our adventures, they were all just characters in a story? No, that can't be. Paimon can't accept that. Didn't we encounter all kinds of stuff going through the portal in the tower? There's a lot of stuff that we wouldn't fit in just a story. You know, like how there was no Holy Blade mentioned at the start, and how a sealed tower still had monsters and bubble formations inside it? Paimon, I think I understand what Lumine is trying to say. So all the things that happened after we ascended the towers are things outside the realm of the story, is that right? More accurately, those parts of the story have not been written. So the Holy Blade, Narcissus, these were still inside the story, it's just that they were not arranged correctly yet. Paimon still finds it hard to imagine anyone who creates such a huge building just for a story. I believe the structure already existed. It was just used as the setting for the story. So that means the things I recalled along the way were things that happened here before, and I'm just a character in a story. You're not merely a character. The fact that you can think about it means that you can remember it. But if that's the case, who is Anne? I am Anne. I must rescue Princess Lyris. Alright, Lumine and Paimon and dearest Anne, our time is up. I enjoyed our time together, but I'm afraid it's time for you to leave. Why did you have to say it was fiction if you already knew? Spare a thought for Anne's feelings, at least. Huh? Your vision blurs and you suddenly feel weightless as the temperature of the once warm air plunges rapidly. It's as if you've slipped and fallen into frozen waters. What? What happened? But... Shh, there's no need to say anything, Anne. I once heard my best friend tell a story about a beautiful princess trapped in a high tower. Before you arrived, I had a dream. I dreamed that I was a small and brave Oceanid, and that we set out to save the princess. And perhaps there are princesses in this world, and dragons too, but I also know that the world's affairs are rarely this simple. Why would a dragon be concerned with a princess, after all? After waking up, I would find this dream laughable, yet nostalgic. Every time I thought about it, do you remember now, Anne? No, there has to be some other way. If I can't save Princess Lyris, then what of my birth, my only wish? Do they have no meaning? Don't say that, Anne. Your birth was a beautiful accident. As things stand, I can only wish for you to live for your own sake. Go see the world and see how it has changed these past years. I wish for you to have your own soul, memories, personality, and wishes. I wish for you to be the master of your own fate and to experience all the beauty of the real world. Can you do that for me? It was a pleasure to meet you, Lumine and Paimon, and it was my pleasure to meet you too, Anne. But the Anapausis is our tomb. I do not wish for you to linger here. Marianne, what are you saying that? We can find a way to help you, can't we? I sense that you are good-hearted and powerful indeed. Thank you, Paimon, Lumine. I'm just someone who enjoys dreaming of lovely adventures and wonderful futures. But I know what happened in the past, and I already know there's no going back. In the real world, everything has already ended, so this is farewell. Okay. Jesus. What the hell? Anne? I'm sorry, Night Lumine and Paimon. I had already started to feel that some things were off earlier in the adventure. As you led me off the story's track, I started to understand and recall some things, but I still want to rescue Princess Lyris. That is the reason for which I was born. I want to save her and bring this story to a happy end. I mean, I don't even know who she is. I only know that she is a gentle, lovely princess trapped due to Narcissus' invasion. Don't worry, Anne. At least we had fun while traveling with the adventure team, right? Lumine, did you know how things would turn out this way? No. I thought we could help Anne. Oh. Well, if that's the case, we can still help Anne. Huh? Paimon didn't understand anything Mary Ann said at the end. Did you, Anne? I did, sort of. I could sense that she was speaking of something terrible that happened in the past. Well, Paimon feels that's unfair, and not just to you, Anne, but to us too. That's why we've got to find out what happened, at least. If we do, we can come up with some sort of plan. Whether saving the princess, or figuring out what Mary Ann said, or whatever, we just want to help you, Anne, isn't that right? The story isn't over, Anne. Okay. Still, if this is all just a story, then there's one thing Paimon doesn't get. What role do we play? I can't be sure, but I think we're most likely an accident. And that's why we can bring this story to an end. Paimon gets it, so that's why Anne found us and brought us into the story. You might not have thought about it, Anne, but since we've been able to knock down this story off course, that means we've opened up all sorts of unknown possibilities. You could say that. Thank you, Night Lumine. Thank you, Paimon. That's why we also need your help, Anne, and since we need to continue our adventure, well, can you think of anything that could help us figure out what to do next? My memories contain a place known as the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. This place appears to have very deep connections to past events. That's true. Narzissenkreuz Kingdom Adventure Team. Yeah, they seem all connected, alright. Do you have any idea where the Ordo might be? No. Oh, that's right. We're very experienced adventurers. If you need to find it, we'll find it.
I'll keep this close.
Huh. Okay, one second, folks. Aquesis Tide Marks? Institute of Natural Philosophy. Fontaine Institute Research Chronicles? That doesn't sound right. Is it this guy? Now, this is the most serendipitous meeting. Won't you agree, my dear Luca? Who are you? Apologies. Look at the beginning of the Look at me, beginning of the conversation without introducing myself. I am Sunny, the one they sometimes call the White Glove. My friend here is Luca the Fisherman. He's pretty famous in certain circles. Hello, Paimon is... Oh, it's alright. I know that you are Paimon and this blonde traveler is Lumine. Huh? You know us already? But of course, it's just before today, my knowledge of you was much like my knowledge of the Chief Justice. In other words, I knew of you, but you did not know of me. With your fame and accomplishments, it is only natural that news of your arrival would reach us as soon as we stepped into Fontaine. We're that famous? Ah, you're too humble. How should I put it? To certain people, your arrival in Fontaine... Of course, I only mean this in the most positive way. Don't you agree, my dear Luca? Lenny and Lynette's magic show, blasting everything wide open to accomplish the impossible. Spine-tingling experience. Precisely. He's a bounty hunter of some sort. Paimon, it's okay to stop asking. You want me to ask about Virgil? You recount your experiences with Virgil to Sunny the White Glove and Luca the Fisherman. Yeah, these guys are definitely they are Virgil's enemies. It's okay not to understand everything, Paimon. What's this one called? A Fontainian Message. Is that what I was expecting that quest to be called? Oh, him. I remember him now. God, I did that quest so long ago. So I just have to go down to... I guess I have to go back down to here, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I'll do that work off stream. But that's going to be it for today's stream, folks. Alright, YouTube, that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed. Tell me in the comments what was your favorite part. I enjoyed cooking for all my friends. It was cooking for everyone, and I'm glad that my prediction on how they played out the groupings was correct. It was very funny. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting Ayato to show up, but seeing Eula, Amber, and Mika was a nice surprise. And then we, of course, had Dory. Oh, Dory. Worst case scenario, it'll only be 10,000 Mora. Hey, Dory, this meal is 30,000 Mora. Oh, Lord Sangama Bay. I hope that Layla and Farazan got a good payment out of that. And everyone saved Ayato from embarrassment and a soy-based allergic reaction. Also, Narzissenkreuz is such an interesting little... And of Narzissenkreuz is such an interesting little... What's the word? World quest, there we go. I wasn't really anticipating it, but when Lumine was like, oh yeah, we just played through a story and we were outside factors, that kind of broke it in a sense, but that allowed it to finish. I'm like, oh wow, that's right. So I'm guessing that Marianne, so Anne is the dream or imagination of Marianne given life somehow, right? Am I wrong there? It's been so long since I did this world quest that I'm like, I kind of remember, but kind of don't. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, guys, tell me what your favorite part of today's episode was. I'd love to hear it. Beyond that, I hope you all have a good night and day wherever you may be. And don't worry about your spot here at the tavern. We'll keep it open for you. Bye, folks. And I'll see you in the next one.